We're
We're
live,
live.
guys. Good. I don't know if y'all are having Mercury problems, but I am, and Ursula is. So we will certainly touch base on that a little bit as we're chatting it up today. But hello, happy Tuesday. You're here with Ursula and I today. And yeah, how are you, Urs? What's going on?
I got rudely interrupted by a power outage when I was sleeping, and I'm just making it through.
Ugh, no fun.
Mercury's got some tricks this time around for sure.
I'm on my phone right now. Usually I'm on my computer. But my computer's like my mouse is being all weird and glitchy and it's just not liking me at all. So here we are today on my phone. But whatever, it'll work. It'll do.
Yeah,
And while we get all grounded in, I'm going to share out to our groups if I can. If my computer will let me, I'll give it a try.
perfect.
What do we have going on? Do we have anything coming up?
I retreat.
We have a retreat. Ursula's got a class coming up. Do we have online Soul Circle this month?
That is members only now.
Members only. That's right.
Yeah.
So we have had a lot of online Soul Circles in the past. Do you want to share? Hey, Pete, glad you're here. Glad you made it.
Hi,
Um,
Pete.
Ursula, do you want to share a little bit about what Soul Circle is and how it can now be accessed?
Yeah, so we've been doing them for, I want to say over a year at this point, I think. And we just hop online so you can join from the comfort of your own home. And we hold space and we usually time them with either the new moon or the full moon. So we usually pull that energy in. And it's just a beautiful hour and a half of soul space with the whole team of Sea Goddess. And we usually do an astro weather check and beautiful introductions with a question that's usually focused on the energy that we're in. And then we do either meditation or soul inquiry, and we open it up to sharing and group discussion. And there's always beautiful synchronicity that happens, and it's usually a lovely group. And we've been offering them to the general public for the entire time we've been doing them. And when we started our Soul Garden membership, we rolled that into the membership, and now we are just making them exclusively for members, starting with December.
So join our membership. You get a ton of bang for your buck. It's less than the usual price of a single Soul Circle anyway. So it's really a no-brainer. And we'd love to see you guys
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yep.
So we're going to be sharing, if Mercury allows us to later, some clips from Ursula's amazing astro weather check. It's live already on our YouTube. It's already been viewed a bunch. Do you want to share a little bit about that, Ursula?
Yeah, so tonight at 6:32 p.m. here on the East Coast, we'll have our Sagittarius new moon. And I've been having fun giving our lunations taglines. So this one, the tagline I came up with is dreaming is healing. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but the basic gist is this is a very powerful new moon to really take inventory and stock of your 2023. This is our last new moon of the year. And with the Sagittarius energy, 3 planets in Sagittarius, not just the moon and the sun, we have Mars hanging out there still. So it's infused with energy of just moving forward and kind of taking the pause that we're being given with Mercury retrograde starting tomorrow, and really thinking about what came true for you this year. How did your dreams manifest? What didn't quite come true or work out? And how can you reevaluate moving forward? But really drop into your heart space with that, with those intentions, and dream big. And then when I say dreaming is healing, it's not just our dreamscapes that we all go to at night. I'm also talking about goals and aspirations and things that you want to achieve, and ways that you can honor your soul's intention and path in this lifetime, like in a big way. So even things that might feel a little confusing or why it didn't quite work out this year, really just drop into your heart and set intentions for moving forward, even if it feels like a little scary or you don't quite know the way just yet. That's okay, because that's the energy that we're in. So we have the gift of Mercury retrograde starting tomorrow, and that will be until January 1st. So we have a wonderful time of communication, attention, and travel, and all the things that come with Mercury retrogrades, paying special attention to it this time around. And they're also changing signs. So we've had the retrogrades fully in earth signs all year, and now they're going to start switching to fire signs. So this is the first one that's giving us a taste of that energy shift. And a good way to work with that is to think about last time the retrogrades changed from earth to fire, which was in 2017. So there's some underlying energy that you can kind of tap into too with any new moon intentions based on reflecting back to 2017 and thinking about what was going on then and if anything is repeating now.
2017, big year for most Earthlings.
Big year for me.
Yeah. So I'm usually like a little astrologically illiterate, I think is how I want to say that. I always have a little bit like that's what, like Ursula, this is her specialty. So when you talk about all of these retrogrades shifting signs from earth sign to like a fire sign, what does that mean overall? Like what was it the past for how long in the earth, and what's it are we to expect for how long in these other signs? In the fire
we had
sign?
the shifts from air to earth that started in 2022. And then 2023, all the retrogrades were in the earth signs. So they were in Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And now they're going to be switching to the fire signs. So that's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So the energy will change just because the element is changing. So earth is a grounded, practical energy. Fire is more inspiration or connection to spirit and the element that relates to action. So that energy will shift, and then it'll also be hitting different parts of your chart. So the retrogrades will work on you in a different way because of those two things, those two flavors, I guess you could say.
I gotcha. I'm feeling it. Like I'm literally, for those of you who don't know, I'm up in Vermont for the winter, which I'm loving and I'm grateful. And I set an intention and I want to drop into my body and snowboard and co-create with Lexi. So we're going to be co-creating a bunch of things. And it's just, I feel like the action of this. Like I've been very action oriented lately, like ready to move and shake. And it's something coming from within and without, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And the new moon today too also has energetic support from fire. So we have Mars and the sun and the moon all in fire signs in Sagittarius. And there's supportive energy flowing between those three planets in Sagittarius to what's in Aries right now, which is the north node of the moon and Chiron. So that's why I put the Dreaming is Healing tagline on this full moon or new moon, because Mars and Chiron are connecting energetically fire to fire. And there's deep healing involved in anything that has contact with Chiron. And then the north node of the moon is the path forward. It's our soul's growth point. So there's a really big opportunity here to, like I said, set those intentions and aim high, even if it feels like you don't really know the way just yet.
Well, let's do it. Let's all leap and jump off the cliff and see what happens. And it'll be great. I like that energy.
Yeah, I had a question for you, Mandy.
Oh, what's up?
Because it's 12/12, so there's extra vibiness with the date. So what does the angel number 12/12 mean? Can we share that with people?
I don't know.
No? What does it mean to you?
I don't do a ton of numbers. They don't resonate with me a ton. Like for me, when I'm doing my angel things and like whatnot, if they communicate with me in a number, it's usually like 333, 555, 222. And for me, it's like, is that a girl? A confirmation of like, yeah. Now we had Joelle on recently. She's a numerologist and she studies like deeply what all those numbers mean. And there's a great angel numbers book out there. But I don't know. 12/12 is not one that resonates for me or with me. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 a lot. The angels will send me as a confirmation, which I love. But I don't know the answer to that one. So we'll have to look it up and put it out there later on.
Yeah, that could be some homework for everybody too. If you're into the numbers, because I mean, it's cool that the new moon's happening on a day that has a repeating number. So that's just another thing that's really cool in the synchronicity for today.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. Well, if anybody would like a card, Pete, if you want a card, let us know. If anybody else out there wants a card or has any questions, let us know. As Ursula said, we have a lovely retreat coming up. I know Pete, I'm sorry, Pete was really interested, but this one is for women only, and it's going to be in Southern Vermont the first week of the first weekend of March, and we're calling it our Sea Goddess Scape Retreat. And you get to enjoy so many amazing things, such as star bathing, aromatherapy, body movement, an inner goddess workshop, making organite with Jessie May, a ceremony, incredible meals we're going to be making. It's awesome. It's selling out quick. People are registering, which I'm so grateful for. So if you are interested in it, let us know. Email us if you want a payment plan. You can just put down like a little bit now and pay until we get up there, or you can, get a nice discount at this point too, still with our early snowboard rate or snowbird rate. I'm ready to snowboard. It's on my mind. So yeah, check it out. It's all the information's right on our website, and we'd love to hold space with you there. Hey, Jess. Jessica's here. Also, awesome. I'm seeing that Jessica and Pete would like a card, so we could get our party started. Urs, do you want to go first for Jessica?
Sure.
And then I'll go for Pete. And it might not be in the right order you guys said, but that's just what I see coming up on my side.
I see that too.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so I pulled out my Soul's Journey lesson cards for today. We've been doing Sacred Rebels for the last few lives, and the Uranian energy is sort of infused in this new moon as well, but I feel like this one's good for kind of taking the inventory and stock, like I said, on the whole year and really tapping into what you came here to do. So these cards are perfect for that. So Jessica, let's see what your card is for. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So I think that that is a beautiful message. And I always pay attention to the colors on these cards and relate them to our chakras. So yellow is the solar plexus, which is really cool and perfectly in alignment with the energy of this new moon because of the involvement, like I said, of the planet Mars, which relates to that chakra in our body. And it's just really tapping into your personal power and think about ways that maybe that might have been challenged a little bit this year and moving forward, ways that you can maybe do things a little bit differently. And, what does success really mean to you? We're taught what success is supposed to mean, but I feel like we all have very different versions in our own hearts as far as what this really looks like. And the message on the card is love. So this could expand out into maybe a little exploration and deep dive into what your soul wants and what this really means to you at this time. Love that. I know that there is no greater goal than to love.
Yep, show's over. That's what it's all about. It just comes down to love. Every single time. There's always a choice between love and fear, mostly, all day, every day. And that's where we get to play and explore and find so many of the healing currents that we need and deserve. Jessica said, that's wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right. For Pete this week, I'm going to do like my triple card thing. So we're going to do angel card. Whoa. Somebody came flying out. And we're going to do an ancestor card. Dope. And healing waters card. Pete, first you've got spirit animal. Thank you, Animal Kingdom, for blessing my path with love. They're showing there's a couple different meanings to this for you. They're showing that, number one, you are incredibly sensitive and empathic, and you're in tune with a lot of things, and you get a lot of signs via animals. You have certain ones that show up at certain times, and you have a new one that's coming in for this chapter that's going to be there to guide you and see you. I am seeing like a bird, maybe not like an eagle like this or a hawk, but I am seeing a bird coming by you often to just give you some confirmations, kind of like that 222 thing. And then I'm also seeing too, they're just bowing to you and saying thank you for, like, I don't know if you've helped animals or even someone with a pet recently or something like that, but there's just like a lot of gratitude from the animal kingdom around you at this time. So draw on them, look at it, and use it just like in your everyday life. Like one time I was driving and a possum crossed the road, and I'm like, well, let me look up that totem. Use it as much as you can for guidance right now because they're drawing near to you. You then get the hunter. Track down your fears and your desires. This is a beautiful card for the energy that we're in right now. As Ursula was just explaining, This is a great time to really focus in and see what it is we're desiring and what fears we have. And are those fears preventing us? Are those fears something we can shift and move and work with? Is it something we can dose with a little bit of curiosity and love? What does that mean? Right now, we're moving into this Mercury retrograde, so it's a great time to reevaluate, reassess, and see what's going on. So get really clear on what's happening with your fears and your desires at this time. You then, with that, end with the wishing well, unexpected gifts, kindness, and karmic jewels. So, by getting clear on things, by really being honest with what it is you want and what it is you have a fear of, and letting the animals guide you a little bit, you're going to be helping co create what it is you're wanting. This is a time with this wishing well where you really do get to reap what you sow, and you deserve some things. You've been a really good person for a long time. You show up for yourself and for others, and you deserve some good things to come back to you in wonderful ways. And with that, too, the angels are bowing and they're grateful. They're showing you can see abundance in many, many ways. Yes, financial is great. A little cash money is always good, but you see it in so many other ways, too, including your knowledge and your capital. So I hope that that supports you this week. And I'm so glad you're here and you tuned in. Big, big love. Awesome.
Yeah. Do we want to, we don't have anybody else asking at the moment. So do you want to talk about the classes that we have coming up?
Yeah, we have our last Shadow Twerk class for Shadow Twerk Fallback 13-week series is this week. It's going to be the last one, and then we're taking a little break until January. And then there's going to be 2 sets of Shadow Twerk coming back. There's going to be Shadow Twerk for those who have already done a Shadow Twerk. They get to join in the next level up, the Shadow Twerk Senior Edition, if you will. And then there's also going to be a Shadow Twerk for newbies. And those are going to be on Wednesdays. The times will be coming out very soon. And we'd love to hold space with you there. I'm also going to be offering an online tarot class come January and an online angel class too, which is going to be lovely. And Ursula's got a class coming up. She's got 2 events coming up on winter solstice. You want to share about that?
Yeah, I'm really excited. During the day, I'll be in Mays Landing at the Sage Lady shop inside Zen Landing Wellness Studio. And the whole day is reading special. So actually, Amanda, you got a question from Pete. We can go back to that. What is Shadow Twerk?
And you're welcome, Pete. Big love.
Yeah, I'll be doing we kind of had the theme for the event we did at the Lighthouse on Saturday, what's in store for your 2024. So I'm going to carry that forward into the event on the solstice. So we'll be doing mini readings. I'll be doing mini astrology readings. So we can look at your chart and just kind of see where the energy is focused for 2024. And then I'll pull a card and we'll just kind of let spirit guide a little bit too. And those are 15-minute readings for only $21. So that's a big discount and a big special. And if you book ahead online, which you can do right on the Sage Ladies website, you'll get a free See Goddess Wish bracelet. So that's where you can go. You can actually just go to her website or right on our homepage as well as our events page. There's links to sign up for readings there. And then I'm teaching my first ever astrological themes in cinema Star Lounge. And we're going to talk all about the astrological themes and everything that I've noticed in the movie It's a Wonderful Life. So that movie is definitely heavy on the Cancer Capricorn axis. And I just figured why not do it on the solstice, because that's the day that the sun moves into the sign of Capricorn. So we'll be talking all about the movie and all the themes that are kind of woven through the whole story. How I feel it's kind of George Bailey's Saturn return anyway. So there's all that goes into it as well. So that will be on the solstice on Thursday in the evening online at 7 p.m. And the registration link is right on our homepage for that, as well as if you just go to our services page and go to our classes, you can find the registration link there as well.
It's going to be dope. Cool way to spend solstice. So thank you, Ursula, for bringing all your magic to life.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I apologize for my sniffles. I've been getting over being sick, so sorry I have to keep blowing my nose. But what can you do? I'm nearly a human too in this lifetime in Earth School. Pete, what a beautiful question. Thank you for asking. Shadow Twerk is our custom sea goddess class that we created to help support souls who are ready to do their shadow work. It's an opportunity to twerk your soul, as we call it. So we do start every single class with a song where it's empowering or soothing. It's an opportunity if you want to move your body. You can actually twerk if you want. You can just listen, you can relax, and then you add it to your tool belt for moving energy. Then it's half soul circle, half class. So basically, we set our grid, we ground in, and we connect with others throughout the country because it's all on Zoom and we have different people coming in from different places. It's so amazing. And we ground on in and we check in with each other. Then we go over a lesson, a shadow twerk lesson each week. You get some sort of tool, some sort of energy movement, and some sort of experience, which is like amazing. You've had a head cold too. I feel you. Yeah, this is way better. I was worse. This is way better. I'm grateful. But hey, got to tune up before wintertime. So then you get your twerk out, which is amazing, and then we close our circle, and we have a private messenger thread where we keep in touch throughout the week, whoever's in the class, and you just support each other. And it's so interesting because you get different people all over the country going through similar things where it's like, oh, I've had a really hard time speaking my truth to my boss. Oh, really? Me too. Like, I've got this weird thing going on at work, and one person's in Oklahoma and one person's in Michigan, and it's like, huh, interesting. Or I've had a really hard time, really working on releasing being passive aggressive and or being really, mean sometimes to my spouse. And I don't know why I do that. And I want to change that. It's like the things that we know are keeping us held back that we're ready to heal. And some of it can be, sometimes, working on healing some trauma too and getting comfortable and more safe in ourselves and with others. So it's a really beautiful space. So long story short is it's a space where you're held by others who are doing their work, where you get some tools and some support and some guidance and some angel love while you're doing your work. And it's for people who really want to show up for themselves, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and create active conscious change in their life, particularly when it comes to reprogramming some of the things that are no longer serving you. So, long story short, I hope that answers your question. Awesome. Perfect. Well, since no one else is here, I love y'all, but it's Mercury and it's glitchy. I'm on my phone anyway. Oh, there's an Emily. Hey, she said, I've been in the space for a year and I highly recommend. I like your Grinch cookie. The best. So Emily has been in every single shadow twerk. She's a shit. She twerks it out. If you join us, you'll get to meet her incredible presence. And I've never met, and I'm just going to publicly say this, Emily. I don't think I've ever met anyone who has more beautiful words than you do. And the words that flow out of you are just incredible. So I'm just so grateful to be around you and your energy. So if you want a card, Emily, let us know because we're probably going to wrap it up soon because it was quiet. But I pulled us a group card. One came out. It's the Mist. Trust your inner compass. Be led from within. Love, love, love this one for all of us this week. It is getting a little murky, a little Mercury retrograde-y, and it's a time to tune in to see what's going on in our internal, to see what's going on around us. We have a friend, Ameline. If you jump on here, Ameline, shout out. Ameline. I say Ameline, but either way, she's amazing. I always mess up her name, but she's awesome. And she's created this incredible animal oracle. And one of the things that she described to me was I pulled out a polar bear card. And polar bears are my number one spirit animal, always have been, always will be. They just walk with me. And she said that the cool thing about the polar bear is it really knows to recognize when it's feast or famine and to kind of have gratitude and acceptance in either or and to stay present. And a lot of times they just have to trust their own instincts, even though they're trying to guide themselves in the middle of a whiteout snowstorm in the middle of a frozen ocean, and they have to trust themselves to be led from within. And when I look at this card, and it's all about trusting your inner compass and being led from within out through the mist, that's what it feels like. It's like you got kind of some hues, some energies, but it encourages you to tune into different senses. And retrograde is a beautiful time to get in tune with our different senses and to reevaluate what's really serving us and what's not, and where we're putting our energy towards. So take some time to trust your inner compass, take some time to allow yourself to be led from within, and allow it to be opportunities to build trust with yourself and with spirit. So that's just a little overall for everybody. And then Emily said she would like a card. You want to pull her one, Urs?
Sure.
Cool.
Emily, I'm pulling today from my Soul's Journey lesson card. It's very much in alignment with the new moon energy. And so was that card, Mandy. Because if you look at the symbol for the sign of Sagittarius, it's actually an arrow pointing up 45 degrees. So that's a really cool one to kind of meditate on as far as dropping in to your inner compass, just like we talked about in the beginning of today's live, and really figuring out what your heart wants in your inventory and stock of your 2023 moving forward into a new year. So that was pretty perfect.
It was pretty perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. I wanted to blow my nose off screen.
Yeah, of course. Emily, the card that came out for you from the Soul's Journey lesson cards today is Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So I think that is very beautiful. And like I said earlier, I always pay attention to the colors on these cards and how they correspond to our chakras. So this beautiful purple color is definitely related to our crown, and you got a lot of green in here too, related to your heart. So definitely persevere with whatever this is speaking to you that's going on in your life at this moment, but also moving forward into the new year with the new energy. And if there's any connection to your intuition that can be kind of infused and incorporated into whatever this is speaking to, I think that that would be a good idea. And I know when Jess is on, she always says that she pays attention to purple as healing as well. And I think that that kind of relates to whatever this is saying to you as well, especially with the heart part, with all that beautiful green that's in there. And look at that mandala, it's just beautiful. So you got a little sacred geometry going on there, which I love. And I hope that that resonates.
Aw. Beautiful. Perseverance. She said, damn, sure feels like it. Well, big love. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Emily. Thank you. Who else did we have on before? Jess for hopping on. So glad you all made it. We're sending big love. Check us out online. Our website's beautiful. All of our upcoming classes, retreats, things like that are there. And we'd love to see you in Shadow Twerk and at our retreat and in other places. And if you're not part of our Sea Goddess community yet, hop on there if you want on Facebook. We have the Sea Goddess community, and it's nice, and we keep things up to date there too. And may the forces and the odds be ever in your favor for this glitchy Mercury retrograde, because it's getting us already. And Ursula, we will post her astro weather check. It is posted on YouTube, but we're trying to get the clip for the socials. But it's being glitchy. It's we'll get it to you when we do.
My YouTube app.
If you really want it, it's on YouTube already.
One thing I forgot to mention too is the Star Lounge class on the solstice is free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get your abundance, get your blessings, get your Christmas presents. There you go.
It's a wonderful life.
It is a wonderful life. Big love. We will see you all soon.
Bye. Thank you all. Bye.